As the sun sets and diurnal creatures retire for the day, the animals of the night shift begin their activities. We share this territory with these critters. There are wild and not so wild neighbors. We've been tracking and observing them for years. We've even named some of them. This is Kinky Tail, that distinctive knock at the end of her rear appendage, presumably where it was slammed in a door at some point in her kittenhood, gives her her name. Living out on the fringes, amongst the old combines and other various pieces of broken machinery, is Kinky Tail's feral sister. You might correctly guess that we call her Straight Tail. It's the only distinguishing feature differentiating these two siblings. Tonight, her destination is the century-old barn, where, on occasion, food can be found in the paddock where the old Ford tractor lives. There it is. As Straight Tail sets into enjoying her meal, the aroma of meaty kibble reaches the keen nostrils of another resident. Peaches, as we call her, the rotund opossum, is unaware that the tucker bowl is already occupied. Things could get awkward. The encounter ends in a truce, allowing Straight Tail to make a sauntering exit. Meanwhile, Peaches takes her turn at the kibble bowl. After a nourishing snack, a good cleanup is prudent. That, there, is the dangerous end. The one with the anal glands. Skunks share their territory. They're transient, not sedentary, and either dig burrows or commandeer unoccupied ones within their home range. The family manor is currently situated in a complex of burrows belonging to a growing number of ground squirrels that we call Squirrel Town. It's unclear how the diurnal resident rodents feel about their new musky neighbors. Skunks are usually solitary animals, but things change around late spring and early summer. It's a little stinker. Joined by its siblings, the little odiferous tribe go on to practice their aggressive and defensive stances, the ones that they'll use against ne'er-do-wells and curious critters not yet savvy to their unpleasant defense mechanism. The black-tailed jackrabbit, Lepus californicus, is a long-eared, long-legged resident occupying a considerable range, about half of the United States. It's both a browser and a grazer, well designed to run away from all things that desire eating it, up to 40 miles per hour. And there are a lot of contenders on that list of predators, so they prefer to just run and ask questions later. We call these guys the Rascal family. It's late spring, and the clan has expanded considerably. Mother Rascal is teaching her juvenile offspring the lay of the land and the tricks of the trade, foraging for food along the edges of the pond. While many other animals can be active both day and night, depending on circumstances, raccoons hold to a stricter nocturnal schedule. The Rascals are also adept filmmakers, not shy to adjust the camera to capture that perfect angle. Any food left out attracts would-be burglars and other opportunists. Of all the nocturnal creatures, it's the raccoon that most raises the hackles of the little dog, sending her off on the hunt. Cricket's here, so it's time to scram. One of the Rascals has failed to get the memo and is about to be treed by the little dog. Easily going unnoticed due to their discreet nature and nocturnal preferences is the handsome native gray fox. When encountered, it's not uncommon to see them in pairs, foraging for a wide range of food such as fruits, insects, and small mammals. Quite a small canine, they are persecuted by their larger cousin, the coyote, who they tend to avoid at all costs. Bobcats, cougars, great horned owls, and golden eagles are also potential predators to this secretive creature. North America's gray wolf has long been eradicated from much of the United States, leaving its more adaptable cousin, the coyote, to thrive. We call this resident Longshanks. A bobcat marks its passing with a spray of urine. The bridge receives a fair amount of traffic, whether it's the neighbor's cat Mango, the feral's 007 and Straight Tail, Peaches, or the bobcat. Everyone seems to manage to avoid one another over this bottleneck, making the encounter we saw earlier in the barn an uncommon event. This is another example of time sharing at Straight Tail's other feeding station. Tonight, however, this bobcat is on the hunt. There's a kill. Although smaller mammals are the usual prey, bobcats have been known to bring down deer. This carcass belongs to a juvenile fawn, approximately 24 weeks old and roughly 50 pounds in weight. He was taken down and choked out by the cat. Covering the body with reeds and dirt in a cache is behavior typical of wild felines, who hope to conceal their bounty from scavengers and thieves. With a full belly, the bobcat moves off to digest its meal somewhere close by. However, the scent of a dead carcass has captured the attention of someone we've already met. Peaches retreats with a full belly, shuffling away before the bobcat is alerted to the skullduggery. The bobcat realizes upon her return for a second helping that not all is as she left it. She'll need to keep a sharper eye out for thieves, it seems. This would feed the bobcat for several days before it putrefies and becomes enticing only to those with a less discerning palate. Peaches, finding herself in the clear, cheerfully scurries away with a fleshy snack for later. The species of deer found in this area are the Columbian black-tailed deer, a subspecies of mule deer. Like all deer, the male antlers are shed yearly and grow again throughout the spring and summer to be fearsome weapons and sexy accessories for the rut come fall. Higher in the hills and deep in remote canyons, more fearsome creatures can be found. By late summer, the highlands become too hot and dry, forcing the bears to descend to find both food and water. When they squeeze into these smaller territories, it's a convenient time for mating. This robust male is using his highly developed sense of smell to ascertain who else is in the area. Female bears don't mate annually, but every 2 to 3 years, provided they can acquire enough food. Cubs stay with their mother for over a year. Mothers can have multiple cubs, and since these ladies can be promiscuous, these cubs may have been sired by different fathers. While Mama Bear snacks on a clump of sedge grass, her delinquent offspring wanders away to explore. He's not going too far. He just wants to find out what that unusual smell is. There's a curious trinket hanging in the tree. Buggered. These bear cubs can be rough on the gear. From the scene of the crime, Mama Bear leads her naughty child deeper into the canyon. No doubt, one of the most elusive creatures in the forest is the mountain lion, or cougar. It quietly passes by and disappears into the tree like it never existed. Eventually, the stars in the sky begin to fade and the blanket of gloom gives way to the pre-dawn light. Creatures of darkness prepare to turn in as their shift comes to an end, where they'll be safe and sound before the break of day.